What is going on, everyone? Xavier here, and welcome back to another Make Academy lesson. If you're just joining us, I'm documenting my journey from complete beginner to running my own AI automation agency. Following a 3-phase plan to get me there, but it all starts with mastering workflow automation. That's why we're speeding through these lessons. We're right in the middle of the basics section where we just learned about mapping and data structures. Today, I'm finishing up the data types and structures course with the final assessment. And then we're gonna take a look at the next course in this section, which is transforming data using functions. If you want the full breakdown of my business plan, I'll put that video up there as well as in the description below. But without further ado, let's jump into today's lessons. All right, so here we are. We're back in the introduction to data types and data structures course. We are at the end where we're going to finish this 10-question assessment. Shouldn't be too long. Then we'll jump into the next course's first lesson to see what they're talking about. Yeah, so let's just get right into this. I'm gonna mark this task as complete. All right, question 1. What is mapping within Make? I think we already had this question. The process of connecting modules and moving data from one module to another. Easy. Next, which of the following describes a property? A specific data type like text, date, or number, or the description of a specific object, name, birth, phone number. I think it's B, a description of a specific object. Cool. Which of the following are examples of arrays? Okay, so they're just like metaphors. Let's see, I'll say a deck of cards, a music playlist, and a pack of crayons. Sweet. Which of the following are complex data types? Okay, complex. I remember the normal ones are text, number, date, and Boolean, I believe. So I think the complex ones are just array and collections. Cool. Which of the following describes a data validation error? Choose all that apply. A number entered into a text field, a text entered into a date field, or a text entered into a number field. So I believe the number field only takes numbers, doesn't take any text. Text entered into a date field, I believe that one is as well, but a number entered into a text field would probably be okay because text include numbers, right? I'll just go with B and C. Oh, let's go. All right, number 6. Which of the following describes a collection? Choose only one. Okay, a collection is a list of objects, a set of properties that describe a specific object, or a single property. I'm torn between A and B. I believe a list of objects is an array, but I might be wrong. But you know, they always say go with your first choice, so I'm gonna go with B. Oh, let's go. All right, number 7. Which of the following are basic data types? Yeah, I just went over this. So text, number, date, and Boolean. Boom. What is the purpose of data validation within Make? Let's see. To ensure data is accurate, correct. To ensure data is complete, yeah. To ensure data is consistent, sure. To prevent data loss and errors. You know what, it's probably all of them. Oh, let's go. What is the quickest way to identify the data type within Make? Choose all that apply. Hover over the item field, I believe that works. Hover over the item, I believe that works too. Hover over the module, I don't think that does anything. Hover over the link between two modules. I think it's just A and B. Let's go, man. All right, last question. Which of the following describes an array? Oh, we went over this, didn't we? Choose only one. A structured list of objects, a structured single object, or an unstructured single object. Easy, it's A. A structured list of objects. Boom, 100%. Let's go, boys and girls. Look at that. That was the easiest one probably. Actually, I don't know. That was pretty easy, but 100%, come on. Let's get a round of applause. Round of applause for that. Let's go. That's like our second 100%. Yeah, I mean, what's there to say? We know everything. We're the smartest people alive.
I am the smartest man alive!
Nothing left to say about that. Mark this task as complete. And now we can go to our dashboard and get into this next course. Go to home, make basics, and we are now in the 3rd course. There's only one other course and then this assessment in this section, and then we'll be on to the intermediate section. So we're moving along. I mean, there's only two other sections. I mean, these are like more sections that we can learn more about. maybe we'll go into that, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll get there. But we're in this course, which is transforming data using functions. So I'm going to jump into this course. It has 6 lessons. So let's see what they're talking about in this course. So here we have the introduction. Welcome to Transforming Data Using Functions and Make Basics, where you will explore the following topics. Introducing functions, transforming data using the following functions: text, date, average, and number. Yeah, standard stuff here. Now we can go into this first unit. Mark this task as complete. Unit introduction. Welcome to course 3 as part of Make Basics. In this course, you're going to explore how you can transform your data within Make using different functions. For example, transform text to upper/lowercase, transform an item's date based on your location/preference, and transform numerical data, such as calculating the average of multiple values. In this unit, we'll focus on introducing functions for different data types and why functions are so useful. Click next. What is data transformation? Put simply, data transformation is changing data from one form to another, so it's easier to read and understand. In Make, some of the ways to do this is using functions. Let's look at an example. We have a form with a name field. Some users may put their name in all lowercase, for example, Make Academy. But we want to change the first letter of each word to uppercase. Here we could use the start case function. So the result would be Make Academy with both M and A capitalized. There are many more advanced functions that can be utilized, but for now, we're going to focus on the basics. Yeah, okay, so start cap can capitalize the first letter. Click next. Where do I find functions? Open your Make Foundation/Make Basics use case and explore along here. Open any destination module, such as a Google Sheets Add a Row module, and click a field that can be mapped. You may remember seeing these functions in the course Introduction to Mapping and Make Foundation. Within Make's modules, certain fields can leverage functions. We've categorized these functions into specific groups. Each tab represents a different function type or category. Click the image to see a demonstration. All right, so I'm gonna click this little image, and you can see that these little tabs here have different types of functions within them. So we have general functions, math functions, text and binary functions, date and time functions, and functions that work with arrays. Click next. Functions for working with arrays. We introduced arrays in the previous course. This is really valuable knowledge to have, and we will explore these functions in a later course. For now though, we will just cover the very basic functions in this course, and we'll explore functions and arrays in Make Intermediate. As a quick example, the map function can be used to extract a specific data type from an array. In the previous course, we mentioned extracting books based on genre. If you are interested in exploring working with arrays now, check out this post in the community. Okay, so we have functions that work with arrays. Cool, click next. Coming up, over the next 4 units, you're going to build 4 separate use cases, each of them showing you how to utilize a variety of different functions. Before you begin, let's do some preparation so you can hit the ground running. You will need to create a Google Sheet to store all of your data for these exercises. Work through each stage before continuing. Okay, so we're gonna be creating a Google Sheet. So let me pull up this Google Sheet tab here. I'll just add a blank sheet. All right, create a new Google Sheet and name it Basic Functions. You will need to create 4 different sheets. Name these text functions, date functions, math functions, and format number. All right, so I'm gonna just go into the new sheet and just put these tabs in the top and name it as well. So we're naming this Basic Functions, and then we're just gonna go to the bottom left here and create 4 sheets. So we already have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're gonna rename these. First we have text, and we have date, math, and finally format number. Okay, next slide. In the sheet named text functions, add the following headers: upper, capitalize, start case, and lower. So we're just gonna add these to the first 4 columns: capitalize, start case, and lower. Okay, what's next? In the date functions sheet, add the following headers: GMT, date only, date and time, Paris, and date and time, New York. Okay, let me just add those. In the date function, oh, you know what? I just realized these go in the text function, not the format number. Let me just copy that, delete it, go into text functions, paste. Okay, now I'm going into date function and I'm gonna put these headings. We got GMT, date only, date and time Paris, and date and time New York. All right, next slide. In the math functions sheet, add the following headers: date and average temperature. So let's add these headers in the math function. We have date and average temp. Next slide. In the format number sheet, add the following headers: cost, 1 decimal point, and 2 decimal points. All right, so let's add these in the format number sheet: cost, 1 decimal point, and 2 decimal points. Boom, just like that, okay? That is everything for now. Let's wrap up this unit and move on to the next one. It's time to start getting hands-on with Make Again. Next slide. And that's the end of the unit. Quick unit today. It just seems like we were just setting up for the rest of the course, but quick reminder, you can use functions to modify data within Make and access functions by mapping an item. So you can go to any use case you have here, and if you click on a module and go to a place where you can map, say, one of these values, I can click on these tabs here and you'll see the functions pop up for you here. Just like mapping, it's just as easy as, clicking or dragging it to wherever you're trying to put it, right? So yeah, that's all we learned for today. We're gonna be going into these next 2 units in the next video, which are transforming data with text functions and transforming data with format date. So if you're looking forward to that, make sure you're staying tuned for the next video. Please feel free to drop a like, comment your thoughts, or hit that subscribe button. That's gonna be it for me. Hope you guys are all doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. If you're interested in building your own agency, but you're not really sure where to start, be sure to check out my video on setting up your first scenario. That should help you get the ball rolling. I'll put that video up on the screen right now. Don't wait for AI to come for your job.